Hey everybody, welcome back to the Sideshow. My name is Mingo.
This is Tony.
Afraid of the water, Tony, apparently.
What's that mean?
So were you just so tired from your trip to Oregon that you couldn't make it last week? What happened?
I was ready, set to go. And we had that thunderstorm.
So you're afraid of thunder?
Okay, hold on a second. It rained really hard for like
10
5
minutes.
But there was lightning
And there was
and
no
thunder.
rain over here. Do you not have an umbrella?
You-
I mean, Christmas is coming. I'll get you an umbrella, bro.
okay, but here's the thing. I didn't know that it was going to be like that.
Like what?
Just like a 10, 15-minute rain.
I saw
And so-
you and him walking in the rain.
Here's what happened.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm going to tell you exactly how it happened. I was coming, all right? So,
If you try to blame this on your wife,
well, it kind of is her. It's not that it's her fault. You know, I agreed with her. But, okay, this is what happened. We're in the room.
she said, Tony, it's too wet outside. You're not going. Okay, let me call Mingo.
Okay, hold on a second. Time out.
Am I wrong?
No.
Okay.
Yes, you're wrong. Okay, all of a sudden, I hear like a airplane engine roaring. Like it's a low run. Hold on.
You are so fucking dramatic. Oh my God, it sounded like an airplane
No,
was landing in our
dude,
backyard.
it was like, and you know, okay, that's cool. But then it just kept on and kept on, and I was like, what is
It
that?
was your phone on your fucking nightstand, me calling you like, hey, dude, are you coming or what?
It was that rumbling, but it went on for a long time, and then all of a sudden, dude, the light just lit up, like flashing, and I was like, holy shit! And then 30 seconds later, that's when you hear the crack of the thunder. So I was like, wow. And then all of a sudden, dude, it just started raining. And my dog started running around the house. And it was like, man, this is crazy. She's like, well, call Mingo because you're not going to be able to make it. What if the power goes out? You know,
You
what
got
if
solar.
Hold.
I'm just saying, like, you know.
No. And then she's like, what if Thousand Ponds floods again? And these are all valid points. You can't tell me that they're not. That's why
How were they valid when it wasn't even raining over here?
I didn't know that. I live in Cat City where it was pouring.
You have an iPhone, right?
Yeah?
Yeah, when you go to the weather thing, your little weather app, you put in the zip code
What-
or the city, Thousand Palms.
Why do I need to I look outside my window, dude, and it's coming down.
That's where you are, not where you were going.
I still got to get out of my city. My city floods too.
Dude, in 2 blocks.
Okay, but do you understand what I'm saying, though?
Yeah,
It
your
was-
wife
it
told
was-
you that you weren't gonna go, and you said, "Okay, okay, I'll stay home."
I guess I call him my nephew Jesse, Harper
Yeah.
and Travis's dad. He's like, dude, I was expecting a new episode. And I told him, I said, well, you know, because of the rain and the thunder and the lightning. He's like, I never heard about a car getting struck by lightning if you drive while driving on the freeway. And I was like, oh, man. You know, and don't get me wrong. After it was like a much ado about nothing, I was like, yeah, I should have just went. But, you know, by then, I'm
You're out already.
yeah, you know.
Yeah, you're up late anyways. I get it. Sissy.
But when I text you, it says, yo, I'm not going to make it. And you're like, why? I said, dude, the rain, the thunder. And you're like, what are you talking about? It's
Yeah, dude,
dry.
I was in Coachella, bro. There wasn't even a cloud in the fucking sky. I was like, this fucking dude. And then you said, yeah, my old lady said I couldn't go. Oh, okay. All right, then. Well,
Dude, it
I'll
was
see you
bad in Cat City for like 10 minutes. It was
for like
bad.
10 minutes. It was
Maybe even longer.
It was bad. Okay, so when we texted, I wasn't even out of work yet.
I was giving you a heads up.
And I was telling you, hey, okay, well, all right then. So by the time I got home, I'm sure that the rain had already stopped because that was at least like 6:15 when you texted me. Baba said I can't go play today. She said that it's rated too hard.
In all actuality, my nephew actually came over because I had to give him something.
Did he bring you an umbrella?
Dude, it was raining. We walked outside and thunder. He's like, dude, I got to get home because my dog's going to freak out from the thunder. See what I'm saying? I got proof. I bring receipts.
What does that got to do with it? Like,
Because that's that's the weather.
That was on that side of Date Palm. Once you cross Date Palm, nothing was going on.
Okay, give me a street name that I would have to cross. There was nothing going on. Give me any street.
Duval.
Okay. From where I'm at to Duval, it's still going to be crazy. So that's why I couldn't
No, it's
make
not.
it.
You would have gone down. Like, I don't want to name all the streets because then people would be like, oh, well, triangulate and shit. That motherfucker live right there. Come on.
Panorama Park was crazy.
Way.
I know.
Jesus criminy. So, to save fate, you were just tired and the trip wore you out to Oregon more than you thought. And so you weren't able to make it last week. You caught a cold on a plane.
Oh, my God. Wait until you hear what happened to me on the plane.
What happened?
But anyways.
There or coming back?
Coming back. So
let's start with there. Unless you're going to tell the story backwards. Zoop, whoop, whoop, whoop.
No, we'll start from the beginning.
Hey, well, let me ask you a question real quick before you get into it. Doesn't it rain in Oregon, too?
Yeah, it rained a couple of times.
Yeah, were you okay to go outside?
It didn't rain that hard over there, though.
Oh, okay. It's because your wife
Dude, it
wasn't
rained
there.
hard
Uh-huh.
for like 10, 20 minutes.
I believe you.
It did.
I believe you.
My trip was good.
Did it stop raining long enough for you to leave? Oh, because it was after. The rain came after. So you brought it with you from Oregon.
You see,
Okay.
that's what I'm talking about.
Brought you down. Yeah.
See, it came from the north. That's why it hit my house and didn't come further south.
So they dumped it all in Cat City. Couldn't even.
That's
make
where it
to
ended.
South. I got you.
The trip was good. Met Gideon at the airport.
Okay.
We didn't sit together. It's been a long time since I've been on a flight. Not that I go on too many flights. But it's been a long time since I've been on a flight and haven't had somebody sit next to me. I had the whole row to myself. And it was great. Usually, dude.
Oh, don't say that. Your old lady ain't gonna let you go by yourself again.
Flights are always packed.
Right.
Always. And this one wasn't. Oh, it was great.
Wow.
Haven't
Nice.
experienced that in a long time. We landed over there. Everything went smooth.
Is it a straight flight from Palm Springs to Oregon, or did you have to stop in San Francisco?
No, it was a straight flight.
Okay.
Portland.
Okay.
Got there. He picked us up.
I'm sorry. When you say he picked us up, was it LeBate or was it?
Oh, no, it was James.
James, okay.
James picked us up. And then we just went and grabbed a bite to eat because Raul was supposed to fly in like 2 hours after us.
Okay.
And it turned out his flight got delayed like 2 hours. Mechanical issues with his plane. So they actually had to bring another one in.
He's Mexican. He could have gone out and fixed it.
So we wound up hanging out at James's house for a little while. Picked up, and here's the funny thing. I'm expecting. You remember how I told you so many food places, da da da.
Right.
We stopped at this little Mexican restaurant, kind of hole in the wall type spot.
Okay.
Wasn't too bad, but then when we went to pick up Raul,
How different is the Mexican food?
it was really different.
Yeah.
It wasn't Mexican. It was Mexican in name, but the flavor was just totally different.
Because I always think about, oh, well, if I move, and we'll get back to your story. Like, oh, if I move, like I'm getting ready to, like, oh, once the kids are gone, maybe I'll move. Where am I going to move to? I'm thinking, well, like middle America, right? But then I start thinking, well, fuck. The Piggly Wiggly's not going to have fucking tajin. It's not going to have, you know what I mean? You start thinking of all these things and be like, ah, fuck. They give fucking care packages like I'm in the military to the fucking middle America so I can have my Mexican Jones.
Is Nebraska considered middle America?
Now you're going to test my fucking...
I
because Nebraska's...
I think it is because my nephew, Johnny, my brother's son, he came down for a visit. He hadn't been down in like almost 2 years. And we were asking him questions about because he lives in Nebraska,
Right.
and about the food and all that kind of stuff. And he was saying that it's almost like majority of the population here is, let's say, Mexicans from Mexico.
Right.
He said that's middle America. There's like really no, it's not really heavily influenced by anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's a trip.
I need to go take over there.
Yeah.
Okay, so you picked up Raul, and then what happened?
So, well, when we went to pick up Raul, we had some time to kill. So they want to get something to eat again. We eat at Taco Bell.
That's probably the most authentic
man.
Mexican food you're gonna get out there. But I tell you went to Taco Bell. You said, right?
Yeah.
Dude, have you seen Del Tacos doing fucking birria ramen now? Bro, that shit is
Ramen soup?
yeah, because that's like the new big thing. And I gotta tell you, for being a fast food joint, it's not heavily spiced, so that it's the consumption of white America, right? The middle America. And it's not overpowering, and it's actually pretty good, dude. For being a fast food joint and having something that authentic Mexican, it tastes pretty good.
Do they actually give it like a soup in a bowl?
Yeah, they give it to you in a
Really?
bowl, and in the bowl there's all the accoutrement on top. Inside, like it's got the lettuce, or not the lettuce. I'm sorry, it's got the onion, and it's got the lemon. They have a lemon in there. They put a lime in the soup, just floating there. That way, when you open it, you squeeze the lime and go.
Wow.
It's actually pretty good, dude.
Remember Noggles?
Oh yeah, I used to love Noggles.
I mean, Del Taco took over Noggles.
Right,
Noggles used to be good.
it was banging.
Yeah.
I remember Noggles used to be. That's what it was at the end of Washington. You know how Washington comes around, and then before they started putting all that other shit there, and the overpass, there was a Del Taco there, or it's a Del Taco now. Before it was Del Taco, it was Noggles. And we used to ride. I used to ride from here all the way out there on a bike.
Damn.
Just to go to fucking Noggles. Because we didn't have any fucking fast food joints right here. There was nothing. The closest thing we had was there was a Texaco at the bottom of Sierra del Sol. And there was a double-decker Texaco station there. And on the top was called Top Deck. And that was a restaurant. And other than that, there was no restaurants here in town.
Did you ever go to that restaurant?
No.
Was it just for
Truckers?
truckers?
For the most part, probably, yeah. We weren't really allowed to go down there.
Huh. I think there was a Noggles on 111, which is a Del Taco now.
Yeah, the one across the street from that pool hall that used to be there, Sharky's or whatever.
No, that's a Perez.
Okay, so it wasn't called Sharky's. So whatever that pool hall was, because there's that Carpeteria or whatever that carpet place is, and then the Del Taco.
Yeah.
It used to be Noggles across the street from there. There used to be a pool hall there.
Oh, is that right? I don't remember that. Noggles used to be good. I remember that you used to wrap their tacos in yellow paper.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's a place in Coachella that I remember we used to go there when I was fucking a small kid, bro. And like when we go back down on Sundays to go visit, that was a treat. We'd go to Taco Mark. And I remember that's where they would, like, they wouldn't tell us, they would just go, and they'd come back and everything came in white bags, and then they'd start pulling shit out and everything was wrapped in that yellow paper. Oh shit, it's on now. We got some Taco Mark. Shit, we good now. And it was funny, this lady came in today and she normally goes to the company that I work for here in Cat City instead of the one in Coachella. She said, I was here, my husband wanted pollo dieta, which is that diet chicken place. Remember that place?
Yeah, I never understood why it's diet chicken.
Yeah, it's just rotisserie chicken. You know what I mean?
But it was good.
Yeah, it's still delicious, dude. It's still the way they make stuff. It's still really good. But you could tell it's because it's got to be. Let's see, we left there and I was 4, and I think it was there about 2 years after that. I was probably about 6. So it's been there 46, 47 years, dude.
Is it still there?
Yeah, it's still there. Still selling chicken.
I've when I hooked up with my wife, her family used to get that, and again, diet chicken's like how's this diet chicken?
Right. Yeah. Because it's so expensive, you gonna eat less. All right, so you guys went to Taco Bell.
Yeah, that's not a big deal. And James kept the car warm for us. Okay, that's just an FYI because it was cold out there.
You mean he stayed in the car with it running while you guys?
Right.
Okay.
And he always had the heater on.
Okay.
And so at one point we went to, in Oregon, you can't buy liquor at like a grocery store. They don't sell liquor.
You don't sell
No
liquor
alcohol.
at the grocery store?
No.
Okay.
You have to go to an actual liquor store.
Okay.
So we went to an actual liquor store and picked up some bottles.
Did they have shit at those liquor stores that you'd never seen before? Because you figure if I gotta go to a liquor store, they're gonna have some shit that maybe
They
liquor
probably
stores
did
don't.
if I looked. I just looked for the stuff that I knew.
I got you.
So James had bought these tall boys of this beer. I think it was called Kona or Kuna. It's Hawaiian. It's from Hawaii.
Okay.
It's a beer, but again, they sell a lot of it in Hawaii.
Okay.
He's like, oh, you got to try these. So he bought like 2 or 3 of them. You know, I bought my Colt 45. Bottle of tequila. You know, just stuff like that.
Right.
So when we get in the car, you know, and we picked up Raul. You know, Raul got in the car, and it was hot. You know, he runs hot.
Right.
You know, so him and I were in the back seat, and we had the beers in the center console, and I guess his elbow had hit it, and he goes, "Oh, is that beer for me?" And I was like, "Oh, you know, for whoever, you know." So all of a sudden, he picked it up, dude. He started rubbing his neck with it. He started pushing it against his neck. He started pushing it against his head, and I'm looking at him like, "You're nasty," because he was kind of sweating.
Right.
You know, and he's like, oh, it feels so good. I was like, you drinking that now because ain't nobody want to touch that can. And he just all over his back of his neck. He's
That's fucking hilarious.
So we get to Alex's house, our buddy Alex from high school. And, dude, he's got a compound. It's like one of those things where there's no neighbors.
Well, that's nice.
You know, he's got horses. He got goats. He got chickens. And his spread is incredible, kid.
Really?
Yeah, he's doing really well for himself.
Well, that's good, dude. It's good to hear.
Got a man. It's a barn. He's got a barn on his property that he converted into a man cave.
Okay.
So, like, the majority of the barn is a bar. Pool table. He's got, you know, cocktail tables, you know, with the sports seats.
Right.
He's got the, what's that game where it's got the long shuffleboard?
Shuffleboard, yeah, the old people game.
He's got this humongous bar. And so we were chit-chatting. And, you know, he's like, whatever you guys want to drink, you know, da-da-da, help yourselves. And so I noticed a couple Crown Royale bottles, but one I've never seen before. It's got a white label.
Is that the vanilla one?
No.
Oh.
It's new.
Okay.
Salted caramel.
Ooh, that sounds pretty good.
Dog. And then he also has another whiskey that we've drank that I have at my house called, shoot. It's a peanut butter one.
Oh, the pig.
No.
Oh, a different one?
Yeah. I can't believe I don't remember what it's called. Screwball.
Oh, yeah.
It's peanut butter whiskey.
Yeah. Does
So
it have a pig on the...
it's got like a sheep.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
And dude, let me tell you, I took a chance. I took that salted caramel with that peanut butter whiskey. Dude,
Oh, yeah.
oh my God. That's dangerous.
I would almost think that would make you, like, you know what I mean? Like too palagoso, like it's too sweet, too rich.
I like, that's what I drink.
That's what you like, okay. Since they didn't have any lemon liqueur,
Well, he had I drink whipped vodka. He had, I think the flavor was either birthday cake or just regular cake vodka. So it's almost the same. But dude, that's dangerous, kid. I immediately sent it to my old lady. I said, "You need to pick this up because this is a game changer right here.
Wow.
Game changer, kid.
That good, huh?
Yeah, it really is."
You just pour that over some ice cream one night when you're pissed off and but you want to get drunk and you want to have some ice cream. It'd be good over some ice cream.
It probably would.
Or Jeff. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so what else?
And his main house is like an Airbnb. So that's where we were able to stay.
So where does he stay at?
The barn actually has like a 1-bedroom apartment attached to it.
Oh, nice. And that's where he stays?
Yeah, that's where he lives.
Okay.
His daughter just went to college a couple years ago, and they decided, why he live in this big house. Because, dude, you walk in, you feel like you're in Kevin Costner's house on Yellowstone.
Oh, wow.
It's just, it's got that Western vibe, Santa Fe.
Did you feel like you should have had a shovel in your hand?
I felt like I should have walked in with a cowboy hat on, that's for sure.
That's fun. That'd have been funny if you showed up with one. I'd have been fucking hell. But you carry it well, though. You know what I mean?
He's got like a pond in the backyard with koi fish, like at Kobe's.
Okay.
Dude, the place is incredible.
Wow.
We woke up the next morning, and
so I'm sorry. You said that he has the main building is an Airbnb, right?
Correct.
Did he give you specs on it, or what you're? Like, when is the time that people rent them? Like whenever? Or
yeah, whenever. He says he pretty much rents it like out of every month, half the month out of every month.
Really?
Yeah, it's a 4-bedroom. It's got 2 master bedrooms, 2 regular bedrooms.
Nice.
Again, the property's just massive. So he said he gets families that rent it, bridal parties that rent it. It's just it's a sight to see.
And people just go walking on the property or whatever, or do they just stay there and then drive into town?
Yeah, I think you have to do that because he doesn't really have neighbors.
Oh, okay.
It's like acreage.
How far is it? How far is his chateau from town?
Good 15-minute drive.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah,
that's not bad at all.
But it's 15 minutes of, there's a house, and you just keep driving.
Right.
You're not seeing anything, and you have to know where you're going.
So from his house to the main road, how far of a drive is it?
More
or less.
Maybe 2-3 minutes to the main road.
Okay.
But again, that main road is there's still nothing around it.
Right. So what I'm trying to get at is like the house or the plantation or compound, whatever, is right off the road, and then the rest of it, huh?
Plantation.
Yeah. And the rest of it, that's why I invited all of you guys. You need some work done. And the rest of it, so anything behind the house is like free roam. That's just all his acreage.
Yeah. Well, it's actually a winery. Well, he grows grapes on there. I guess he hasn't done it in a couple of years, but he wants to resume it.
Okay.
For, to make bottles of wine. Yeah. My lady's like, let's roll. So, yeah, really nice. The next morning, when we woke up, we decided to make breakfast because, again, he loads it up with like food. He loaded it up for food for us, I guess.
Oh, nice.
And so, we had eggs and pancakes, the whole shebang. And it turns out the eggs were from his hens. Yeah.
That's nice.
That was pretty cool, actually.
Dude, ain't nothing like fresh eggs, bro. I love it. I love the taste of a fresh egg.
What? I don't know the difference.
Really?
Yeah. Other than they were brown versus white that I'm used to.
I do. Yeah, there's a difference in the yolk. The yolk is usually more flavorful from a actual chicken. How the fuck do I say it? Like a natural born chicken or a
no antibiotics type deals?
Like a home fed chicken. You know what I mean?
When he was showing us his chickens that following day, he's got one male, the rooster,
right,
and then he's got a bunch of females.
I think you have to keep it like that, kind of.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is, he was saying how every once in a while they got to get chicks maybe if one dies, because his wife is like really into it. And when you get a chick, you don't know if it's male or female. Apparently, I didn't
Okay.
know this. So they were just trying to get females.
I think you don't know until they're a little bit bigger because you have to stick your finger in their ass.
What?
You have to stick your finger in the chicken ass to figure out if it's a boy or a girl. You either feel nads or not.
Are you being serious?
I believe so. Yes.
So you, come on. Let me ask you a question.
Okay. I never put anything else in a chicken.
Why do you need to know at this particular stage in the game, though? I guess is what I'm asking. To have somebody say, "Well, you need to check it first. Stick your finger in his butt."
Because the roosters don't get along. You can really, it's usually just.
Oh yeah, okay.
Because there's one dominant
right.
one for
Right.
the hen house or whatever. You know, how do you check? How do you check sex of a chicken? Trained professionals follow. Turn the chick is turned upside down. Fecal matter is expelled, and then the vent area is turned outward. In the process, the observer looks in the presence or absence of rudimentary male sex organ to determine if the chick may be male or female. So you got to turn around and watch it shit. And I guess once it shits, its penis pops out.
So all them years you've been sticking your finger up their butts and
Yeah. Fuck, they were finger looking good. What do you want me to do?
Well, what I guess what happened at one round of them bringing home chicks was two of them turned out to be males.
Okay.
So they had three
cocks.
roosters, and he told his wife, "We need to get rid of two of them. That you pick the one you want."
We need to make some chicken.
Yeah,
tonight.
but she was like, "No, I don't want to do that. They'll be fine." And he was like, "Okay." And he said one day she called him and they were fighting or what have you. And he said one of them, was really getting down on the other two. So he was like the more dominant.
Right.
So he told his wife, "I told you we need to handle this. Which one do you want? And I'm going to have to get rid of the other two."
Wow. Which one did she keep? What colors were they?
He was like what you see on a picture, like a yellowish with a brownish neck, brownish head, and the red top.
The crest.
Yeah. So
that's the other way you can tell a chicken doesn't have the same crest as a male does.
Oh, is that right?
They don't grow. Yeah.
So Alex, he has guns. He's a gun lover. He's like you. Mm-hmm. Got to think about guns. He said he actually took a shotgun to take him out, and like the pellets bounced off the chicken. I get it because he was far enough away from it.
Oh, okay.
And he said it didn't get past like all the feathers in the front.
Right.
And he said like the chicken looked at him like, "What the fuck are you doing?" He said to the point where he had to go inside and get a handgun and just get up close and take care of it.
God damn.
Yeah.
There'll be no chicken left after that. Why didn't you just grab the head and a little twist?
He'd rather do it that way.
Holy shit.
He said that at one time his wife yelled for him, and he came running out, and there was a raccoon trying to get into the chickens. And when they came out, like the raccoon took off, like they got trees everywhere, and the raccoon went up into the trees, and he had to take out a shotgun and take them out too.
Jesus.
I picture him in like some overalls.
Right? Yeah.
But he's got a really nice spread, kid. It's beautiful out there.
Yeah, the pictures you sent look really nice, dude.
Yeah, he's doing really well for himself.
That's good, dude.
That day, like I said, he's got a bunch of guns.
Okay.
So he decided to take us out shooting.
Wait a minute. Now, hold on.
He decided to take them out shooting, and I just came along for the ride.
So you didn't shoot?
My intention was not to shoot.
Uh.
So he's got one of them they call it Raptor or Raptor.
It's a little 4-wheel buggy.
Yeah. So we all jumped in that, and we drove for about a good maybe 5 minutes. And again, this is all his land. And we went to, like, it's kind of weird because we're going through the woods, and then all of a sudden there's a big clearing, and he's got like targets or an area for targets. So he pulls out his paper targets and puts it out there. Yeah. And so I think it's an AR-15.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think that's what we shot initially.
We tried to take you out to shoot one of those, but you didn't want to go.
Yes.
Was it raining that day? I don't remember. That may have been the problem.
So he taught us how he did everything properly. He's like, look, nobody stand. He made a line. He took his foot, made a line in the ground. Nobody passed his line. Never point the gun up until you're ready to shoot. Until everybody's behind you. The safety. These are the things that I would hope you would do if I were to go shooting with you. Because he was like,
I'd be like, good luck. Watch where you pointed, bitch. I got one too.
So you might know what these things are. It was like a little jar, looked like a candle jar. And he put it had a powder in it, and then he opened it up and poured another powder in it, and then closed it back up, and put those over there by the targets as well. And when you shoot it, it explodes.
Right.
That shit was cool.
So part of it is, I think, gunpowder, and the other one has got to be whatever would be the incendiary part of it. So I don't know if it's like Imodium and
Imodium?
Yeah.
Nobody had stomach problems?
That's why, because you were shooting.
Imodium D?
D's nuts. I could be wrong. Because I'm not explosives. That's out of my range. So.
Well, it's specifically for that. You
Right.
shoot it, it explodes. Not like a bomb, but it does explode, and you're like, holy shit.
Like enough where you go, oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I had
That's a bomb.
Because it is a bomb. You're right. Because it was one of those things that I aimed, I shot, I saw where it landed, so I knew kind of how to adjust.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
So I was able to make that thing explode like on my second shot.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm a natural kid. I'm a natural.
Wow.
And then another funny thing is Raul, like he shot once, twice. How many bullets do you think is in a magazine?
In Oregon, I don't know. In the state of California, you can only have 10.
There was more than 10.
So 30.
I don't think there were 30, but I'm
It was
sure
probably a 30-round clip, but those are probably almost 75 cents a round.
Okay.
So he may not have loaded up 30, even though he's doing really well for himself. Like when he shot the other one, the one with the little tripod. Those are about $1.50 a round.
Okay.
So each shot was $1.50. Was it a 380 or was it bigger than that? I mean a 308.
What are you referring to when you say 308?
The size of the caliber of the bullet.
I got a picture of one of them. I don't know if I sent that to you. It was long, that's for sure.
Or it was either that or a 7.76. I guess is what it is, 7.56, something like that. No, this is for the rifle with the tripod?
I don't know.
That looks like a 223. That's not that big.
Shit, that's big enough.
For what? I'm just kidding.
Shit, for me to shoot.
How'd everybody else do? Naturals, también?
Yeah, we all did pretty good, to be honest with you.
It's relaxing though, right? As intense as it is, it's also relaxing.
It is because, you're sitting there. It takes you a couple of seconds to aim. You're breathing. And then you finally squeeze that trigger. So, yes, in that sense, it was.
Did you?
Everybody's quiet.
Yeah. Did you get to shoot handguns too, or no?
I didn't.
No.
They did. I only shot that AR-15. Then he pulled out that rifle with the tripod.
Yeah.
And I was, that had that kick, and I was like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I was watching it, and I was kind of worried when I think it was James that was shooting it, because he's so long. When he was holding it, he was leaning on the stock to look down the scope. It seemed like he was too close to the scope, and at one point I thought I heard LeBay tell him to scoot his head back.
I probably did.
Because if he's too close and that shit kicks, you'll fucking take an eye out, dude.
Yeah.
Me, James R.
And then after they shot that one, we got up closer to the targets, and they pulled out the handguns.
Oh, okay.
And started shooting it. But back to the AR-15, the funny shit was, I think it was the AR-15. Yeah, it was. Raul, he went pop. And then he aimed, pat. And then he aimed, pat. And then all of a sudden, he just started squeezing that trigger. Pa, 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 pa. He was, it was just funny because he just started going as fast as he could. The gun started smoking.
Yeah. There's a video of a guy that's got, I think it's a belt fed that they put into it. I don't remember what it was, or if he was just changing clips or whatever. But we put so many fucking rounds through that thing that the barrel was orange, and so many rounds through it that it started to melt and just.
Damn.
Yeah, dude.
LeBate says something about when you shoot that way, it does do something to the barrel, and then your accuracy's not there anymore,
Correct.
Or something like that.
So the barrel it's spiraled on the inside, and that helps it stay on course, because if it's not barreled, it'll start to just go all over. That helps it stay spinning in the direction that it needs to go to. That's why long range rifles like the one that he had with the tripod has a longer barrel than the AR. The AR is probably like a 16 or 16 and a half inch barrel. Anything other than that, probably like an 18, and it's a twisted barrel.
So how does the heat mess with it though when it gets too hot?
Because you're setting down an object that's exploding in there, right? Because that's what sends it out. So then if you're setting them out fast, and it starts to hollow out that, because they're going so fast that metal softens on the inside. So it takes away that spin.
Oh. It was just funny. It reminded us of remember in Harlem Nights?
When, dude, don't even fucking tell. There was a time where, I'll tell you why, because we had gone to Second Amendment here to go shooting, and this was back when we could take our ARs. So we were there trying them out, and we're like pop 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 pop. And Sebastian, I had bought him a 22 long barrel handgun. He wanted one for Christmas, so I bought him the handgun for Christmas. And we pop, 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 and he'd go, pop.
Yeah.
Pop, 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 pop.
That's exactly what it
fucking hilarious, dude.
He was pop, pop, pop. He went bam, 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 bam. Bam. Bam, 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 bam. Bam.
But you gotta remember the AR is like bam, 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 bam. And then the 22 he was shooting was like bam. Bam. It was fun. That was such a good time, dude. I love being able to go do that. And it just, for me, it's just, because you're right, you have to kind of focus. You have to be on point, but you can kind of let your shoulders drop, but you breathe and you watch. But it's still a good time to me. Like, I enjoy it.
And there was a wooden like a wooden picnic table there, like a lunch, like we used to have at the school.
Yeah.
But it's just made out of wood, not plastic. And so that was perfect. You they put the guns on there. You're able to sit, handle it.
Nice.
So it was like a luxury type of experience shooting guns. You want to take me out to the middle of the desert in 120-degree heat.
Well, yeah, that's the way we're supposed to do it. That's where we live. I'm sorry that we don't live in fucking You know, fuck. I don't even know how to explain it. I mean, fuck. I'll bring plants with us next time if you're feeling that bad about it. Jesus.
And then that afternoon, we went wine tasting. Just to hang out, really, because.
So when you say you went wine tasting, does that just mean you went to another part of the compound?
No.
Oh.
We actually went to a winery.
Oh, okay.
That, like, he's a member at, I believe. And, I ate stuff I would have never eaten.
Really?
Yeah, it was a really. You guys would be proud of me.
What'd you eat?
I went shooting. I had mussel at the winery. I had mussels,
Okay.
clams, if you will.
Okay.
I had.
And that's okay because you're in Oregon. You're just right off the base, so that's probably they don't have to be flash frozen. They don't have to be shipped. You know what I mean? And you're good.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Like a little chicken dish. I don't remember what it was.
It was those roosters that. It was what?
I was drinking like red wines, sweet red wines, because I can't take that.
Yeah, I don't like that dry.
Yeah,
What is it?
That's my old lady likes that.
What is it? Which one is it?
Which one's what?
The dry wine like that. Is it Chardonnay?
Yeah, my wife drinks Chardonnay. It's kind of rough.
What's the other
It's
one?
white.
What's the other one that starts like that? A cab. Is it cab?
Yeah, that's a red wine.
Okay. Yeah, I remember. Oh, my sister used to tell me all that. Fucking tastes like fucking dirt cotton candy, bro. Terrible.
So we were there hanging out. Got a little buzzed. Went back to the house just to leave again for dinner.
Jesus.
Yeah, and then he took us to a steakhouse that he's in the stone and marble and granite business. He
Okay.
makes countertops and whatever you want out of the material. So apparently we went to a steakhouse that he did a lot of work for. He redid their bar and stuff, so they know him.
Okay.
So they took real good care of us.
Nice.
Gave us a nice little room. So there I had these. I almost want to say lobster escargot.
There's no such thing. It's either lobster or escargot.
It was like a lobster. It was an appetizer, like little lobster.
Like lobster droppings?
I'm not mad at that description because they were small.
Yeah, you had escargot. Do you know what that is?
It's snail.
Yeah.
I don't think I had. I think they said it was lobster though.
If they're calling it escargot, it's snail.
Then
And they were
take that out. It was some sort of a lobster appetizer type deal.
Okay.
But it wasn't like a big old lobster. It was like these little bite-sized
pictures of
joints.
it?
No,
Why you take pictures of fucking everything?
I don't take Did I take a picture of it? Shit, let me see. I might have said
Because escargot are usually about like that. They look like a black pistachio.
No, they weren't black.
What color were they?
Like a white.
Oh yeah, that was lobster or crab.
I do have a picture of it. Holy shit.
Yeah, see. Oh, I know, but that shit look good. Good Lord. They're just swimming in their own little buttery goodness. Right? Is that what-
Yeah, you're saying it right. Yeah. Oh, and then damn, what was this? Pate?
And that's raw meat, right? No, wait. Okay.
I think that's what they said it was, pate. It looks like meat, and then when you go to cut it with a fork, it's kind of like mushy. It almost looks like a steak.
I thought in pate like I thought like that was baby lamb, isn't it?
I don't know.
Because what is the raw meat?
No, that's Steak
Right.
tartare.
There you go.
But that's still a steak. Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Plain and simple, pate is a mixture of seasoned ground meat, seafood, poultry, or vegetable cooked down into a spreadable texture.
That might be what it is. Because that's exactly, it was like really mushy.
Was it good?
It actually was, because it was like really salty.
Yeah, so you can't taste what it really tastes like. That's like, it looks like fucking, have you ever had, what's that shit, deviled ham?
Isn't that with the devil on the actual package?
Yeah, and you crack it open and it's
Yeah, I don't like
like minced, same shit.
I think my brother used to eat that when we were little.
Oh yeah, we did too when there was nothing else to go in the kitchen. Fuck. I was just a cans of that devilish shit.
And you know, I think it's just because it had the devil on it. That's why I didn't fuck with it.
Really?
Yeah. I was little. I mean, I still lived in New York, I think, when
Oh,
I
okay.
fucked with it. And then that night, they also, as an appetizer, was like these little pizzas they made.
Okay.
And then I had, steak for dinner. And it's one of those things that I got really full. I caught a good buzz.
You were ready for lights out, like at 3
Oh,
o'clock.
yeah. But, no, this is already like at 11. We were there for a couple of hours.
Wow.
Hanging out. Went back to the house, hung out a little bit at the bar. Then the next morning, now we're on Saturday, the day of the game, the night of the game.
Okay.
Went out to lunch at some spot, which was cool. Didn't really do anything. We hung out in the morning, And one thing that was cool about it was like a dude's weekend.
Right.
We talked high school stories. They talked some college stories, which unfortunately I had to bow out of.
Had nothing.
Yeah,
I've got no input on this shit. I'm gonna sit over here. I got you.
Yeah, but it was cool. The game, it was like almost a 2-hour drive to get there. Hour and a half at
Shit.
least. Yeah, something like that. But when we got there, where we parked like in an Albertsons parking lot.
Oh shit.
And we had to walk for like 15, 20 minutes to get to the stadium.
I'm out
And
already.
yeah, it was. I was like, damn, we still walking? And they said, had we parked at the stadium, we'd have been there for hours trying to get out.
Yeah, I bet.
It was just nuts. And it's not like we were the only ones when we got there, but when we left the game, dude, there's so many people that parked in all these different parking lots. Because as we were leaving the stadium, we were probably 50 to 60 people deep.
Oh shit.
And then, after about a good 10, 12-minute walk, like some of them dropped off to those parking lots. And then, as we got closer to ours, there was like
Everybody
four
dissipated.
or five people with us.
Wow.
So it was, like I said, it was a lot of people did it. They know that secret.
Yeah, they know the move. That's
Yeah.
good.
So we got there, and dude, the stadium's incredible. It was a really good time. Our team lost, of course, and I was surprised at how many USC fans there were there.
Really?
Showing their colors and stuff. It was a trip. It was really cool though. They in between when there's a commercial break, I would assume that's what it is.
Right?
I've been to football games before. It's pandemonium. You don't really, when you're at a game, you it's not really, what's the word I'm looking for? Unified as far as what everybody's doing.
What?
During the commercial breaks, they have like their own hype man, if
Okay.
you will, and he's
Right.
on the big screen, and he's telling people what to do, and everybody does it. It's just, I don't know if it's school spirit and the alumni that's there, that everybody takes part in everything. It's just incredible.
But you've been to big games though, right?
Yeah.
Like what? Name some of the teams that you've gone to see live.
Um,
We know the 49ers. We know.
no, I've gotten seen the Cowboys when they played in San Diego.
But was that an actual game or was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen the Cardinals in Arizona. I think that's it.
And out of those two, which was the worst, as far as excitement?
I'd probably say the Arizona game wasn't all that great.
Really?
Yeah. But the Arizona game was during the day.
And hot as fuck, probably.
I don't remember the temperature, but it was during the day and the sun was out, whereas the Dallas game was like in the evening.
Okay.
So that was cool.
I would think that the Dallas game would be pretty exciting to watch, even though they're not. Whether you're a fan of them or not, I think that would be because they're a huge name. They're a staple of everything, right? And I mean, fuck, dude. I remember being a kid that everybody wanted to be Dallas Cowboy cheerleader. Remember that shit? Like, and then
you either wanted to be one or you wanted to be with one.
Right. Well, and then we had those years where the Raiders were killing it, and then all the Latinas, I'm gonna be a Raider. Fuck it. You go to college for that. I just go dance and show them like this, being like, baby, let's go.
They had this thing where you could download this app on your phone.
Okay.
And at a certain point in between the plays, or maybe even the quarters, they played a song, and you open up that app, I guess, and you turn on your flashlight on your phone, and it automatically synced with everyone else in the stadium that was doing this. So there was like a light show of phones throughout the stadium.
That's fucking
dude.
dope.
It was to this song. It was incredible. At one point, it did a wave all the way around the stadium.
Imagine what that cost them.
Dude, it was just incredible. It was like it went with the sounds, like certain areas would light up, and it going back and forth. It was just a light show of phones.
What a brilliant idea for a fucking
It was
app.
incredible. I couldn't believe it.
Why don't they do that at concerts?
Good question.
You know what I mean? Like maybe certain levels get a code. All right, you're gonna be here. That way, there's lights in certain places. Because if not, they're gonna fucking blind the fucking the artist or whatever.
It was so cool. Oh, it was incredible. They do another thing where throughout the game they have you again. I don't know if it's the same app or if it's a different one, where you vote on a song that you want to hear. That they give you 3 options.
Okay.
I forgot what the songs were. I think one was Mr. Brightside by the Killers, which is the one that won.
Okay.
And at this certain point during the game, they actually played that song. So, dude, the whole stadium was singing it. They had the words up on the big screen.
Oh, that's
dope.
dope.
And with the music, and it's just again, it was the unity of everyone doing it. It was just crazy.
It's just it's an amazing feeling being involved with that many people, like, and everybody on the same page.
Yeah.
And everybody, like, there's such an energy from it that you're just like, how could this team lose? You know what I mean? With this kind of fucking energy in this stadium.
And the funny part, and this is not necessarily, this ain't with the NFL per se, professional sports, but like we were like wearing SC gear, clothes, and so were other people,
I know what gear means.
And so whenever like our team did a good play, like the Oregon people around us would like fist pump us and say, "Yeah, that was pretty good," and we'd return "Oh yeah, you guys got us on that one." And there was no fights,
no animosity.
Yeah,
no
it was.
ugliness.
Yeah, exactly. It was cool, at one point, I think it was at halftime. We went to the concession stands, and we're in line, and the lines were just incredibly long. Uh, so at one point, Raul says, "Hey, I'm gonna go to the bathroom right quick. Order me a beer." So like Alex and Gideon was in front of us, then it was in front of me, then it was me and Raul, but Raul had taken off. James actually he had some college buddies that went to that game as well, so he went go say hello to them.
Okay.
So I was standing there in line, and then all of a sudden I hear Raul behind me saying, "No, it's cool, man. I'm with them." And so I turn around behind me, and he's talking to the dude that was behind me. And the guy was like, "Yo, man, you know the line's back there." And Raul was like, "No, I'm with them." So I turned around. I was like, "No, he's with me." And the dude's like,
And
"Yeah, exactly, exactly, bro." And Raul was like, "No, it's cool." Blah, 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 blah. You know, and so they got to talking. You know, he smoothed it out, and the guy was busting our balls more because we were in our SC gear.
right.
And when we walked away, Raul told the dude Semper Fi. So I don't know how Raul knew the guy was in the military. Maybe they spoke about it somehow.
Was Raul in the military?
No. So
I thought if you weren't in the military, like you shouldn't say that. Like I thought that was a no.
that I don't know. So or maybe the dude told Raul that. I don't know, but I heard it.
Right.
The reason why this is funny is because throughout the game, again these points where they do something with the crowd.
Right.
At one point they brought out like military dogs, and everybody clapped for them. You know, they put them on the big screen. You know, they brought them out to the field real fast and put them on the big screen. And so we were standing there, and then the announcement goes, you know, and tonight we want to welcome our veteran of the game. You know, I don't remember, Greg Smith. And they put his face on the big screen.
That was the dude.
And it was the dude.
That's fucking hilarious.
And we were like, Raul like looked at each other. We were like, dude, that's the dude that was fucking with you.
That's the dude where we stole his place in line.
Oh shit, that shit was funny.
That's hilarious.
It was a good game though, dude. It was a really good experience.
And how'd you do? Because you left on Sunday, right?
Yeah, we went back. We drove home. Back to his house. I fell asleep. I crashed out. They said I was snoring. And then we left very early on Sunday morning.
Nice.
Our flight was at 7.
Oh wow.
Dude, we got back to the house like at 1.
Oh, so you had to turn around in a couple hours.
And then we went inside the house. And we talked for a little bit. So we went to bed like at 2. And we had to leave. We had to leave the house by 5.
Holy shit!
So
did you guys rent a car to go? Oh no,
James drove. Yeah. So we get to the airport. We were all on Alaska Airlines, so we got dropped off to the same area.
Right.
And we had, let's say, an hour to kill. Okay, got through the TSA.
Right.
So Raul goes, "Hey, let's go." He flies so much with Alaska, he gets to go into their lounges.
Oh, nice.
Now that's
next level shit.
That's next level shit. That's first class on the plane type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we were like, "You sure?" It's like, "Yeah, I'm allowed to bring people in." So again, you see on the door Alaska Airline Lounge.
Right.
That's all you see.
And you like, oh yeah, I can't go in there. That ain't for me.
So that you you walk in, bro. There's a bar. First of all, there's like a desk where they check you in.
Oh wow.
You know, and then at this particular lounge, you know, there's a bar right to the left of that. You walk in, there's like, they almost look like little pods almost for seating.
Right.
Against a window. You know, people working on their laptops, somebody catching some Z's.
Right.
Then they got the breakfast area for food.
So real quick, are those pods like the noise canceling pods?
No, they just look like that, the way the seats are.
Okay.
They weren't like enclosed, but like they were really high. where you could actually like kind of.
Like the chair's hugging you.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Then the breakfast area. You know,
Nice.
you make your own pancakes. It was all breakfast stuff. You know, they had.
You make your own?
Yeah, they have
Or
a
do
little.
they have somebody there making them?
No, you make your own. There's like a little squirt machine. You
okay.
pour it, and it makes you flip it. I think it might be on rollers. I didn't fuck with it. And then you got your muffin trays. You got your bagels with a toaster, dude.
So it was like
Next
the La
level.
Quinta Inn, but at an airport.
Exactly, bro. So Raul goes to the bar, gets us some drink. He got us some Irish coffees. Gideon and I went and got some food. So I'm not a real breakfast guy. Okay. So I got a bagel that I toasted. It's cut in half. I toasted it. And I got some fruit and yogurt. Sit down.
Okay.
The three of us sit down. We're eating, chit-chatting. I eat half a bagel and a little bit of fruit and yogurt. And dude, all of a sudden, my fucking, my rib hurts.
Uh-oh.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I can't figure out, and I'm like, I'm tilting back. I'm like, fuck, what's going on? And they were even like, yo, you okay? And I was like, yo, I don't know. Something's hurting my rib and shit. So I thought maybe I had to, drop a deuce. So I went to the bathroom. Yo, bathroom got cloth napkins, it's got colognes and stuff. It's got like a shower. Dude,
I can't shit in here.
No, that was the perfect place to shit. So nothing came out. I was like, it was nothing. So I was like, okay, so I went back, sat down. I just stopped eating. And I was like, fuck, I'll get over it, whatever. And again, short breaths. Couldn't take a deep breath to save my life.
That's like how I felt when remember I told you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. So it's time for us to go. We get on the plane. I'm sitting between two people. Sit down. Same shit, dude. Again, it's not like I can't manage through it,
right?
But it's just uncomfortable. I'm like, man, it's gonna be a 2-hour flight like this. So I buckle in. I'm sitting there, closing my eyes, can't get comfortable. I lift up one of my arms, puts it behind my headrest, and just kind of has my arm, like this, rocking. Nothing. I'm like, man, it's gonna be 2 hours of this. We take off. We're ascending. I'm like, okay. So I just lean back and I close my eyes. I'm just like, let me just deal with it. 2 hours, whatever. Dude, all of a sudden, when I grabbed my mouth real fast, I threw up in my mouth, kid. And I was like, oh, my God. Oh, no. I'm like this. Oh, my God. The lady that's on the aisle, she's asleep already. But we're still, like, ascending. And I was like, oh, shit. So I swallow it.
Oh.
What am I supposed to do? So I tap her. I'm fucking bumping her. And she's like, wakes up. I was like, hey, I got to use the restroom. I'm sorry. So she's like, no problem. So, I go to the back. I go to the bathroom. And, bro, I just start yakking. And when I yak, dude, I'm loud.
I was going to say, you're probably one of them fucking loud fuckers.
Dude, my old lady's like, you yak loud. I'm like, ah! Dude, I'm fucking yakking all in the toilet, right? Keep flushing it. And now I'm thinking, fuck, the people who are sitting, when I walk out this door, they're going to be staring at me.
Right.
Dude, I got babas hanging out, like fucking, fucking 2 feet long, just fucking hanging on top of the toilet.
Slobber trail out of your mouth. Looking like a Saint Bernard coming out of the toilet.
So I try to go to number 2, and nothing comes out. I'm like, man. So I'm in there for a good 15 minutes, kid. I threw up for like 2 minutes tops. And the other 13 minutes, I'm just staring at myself in the mirror. My eyes are trying to put water in my mouth. So I sit back down. I go back. Dude, I'm fine. Everything's perfect. I'm good. That worked. Perfect.
Until?
No.
Oh.
But I start thinking. I hadn't gone number 2 the entire weekend.
Are you serious?
Yep. So I'm thinking, yo, when I was eating that bagel, my stomach said, we're at capacity. You can't come in. So it was just sitting there, like right at the bottom of my ribs. It was like,
Oh, wow. So, was it a conscious thing not to shit all weekend?
no. Like I wasn't saying don't shit, but I just didn't go. And I'm not really regular like that, like every day.
Really?
I can go like every other day, every third day maybe.
God damn.
Yeah. So that's not out of the ordinary for me. But again, my
Well,
stomach
but
was
there
not
was
taking.
probably a lot more food than you normally
Oh yeah,
eat.
yeah, very much so.
You know what I
And
mean?
another thing is, remember how I told you, Alex? He had a lot of breakfast stuff out. He had a big old tray of croissants,
You were just fucking up
and
that
I
butter
was
croissant.
I was fucking them up. Must have had like 3 a day, at least.
You would think that shit would be ready to come out. Every
Oh
time
my
your
God,
inside's all
bro.
buttered up. Holy shit.
Oh man.
So you
Yeah.
get home and take you like the best shit ever?
No, I took I still didn't drop it like it's hot that day. I don't think. I eventually did, but the other funny thing is I had lost my voice.
From going,
Yeah, like I tried to talk to the dog in my baby voice, and it was just like the first note would start, and then my voice would just like
gone.
gone.
Fuck, dude.
That shit was funny though. I was yakking, kid, and like I said, bro. I put my head back, and I was just like thinking to myself. I closed my eyes. I was like, okay, it's gonna be 2 hours. I'm just gonna need to sit here. Just got to deal with it, and then all of a sudden, dude.
But you hit that pressure.
Yeah.
Okay, look at you. Yeah, that's gross, bro. Fuck. And you swallowed it like.
Bro, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not like my mouth was full of it, but something did come up to where I covered my mouth real fast.
And when you probably swallowing it made it even worse, probably because now you got that. Now you really got that yak taste in your mouth. See, because like I don't. It's not for me. I like hearing it. I can work my way through it. But if you actually throw it, like if I catch like a scent,
Right.
whoa, I'd have been right there on that plane throwing up with you.
I think the sound could get to you though.
Yeah.
If it's legit. Because
Yeah,
like I said, when we were in New York and my nephews was like dry heaving in the back, it got to the point to where I was like, trying to hold my shit in.
Oh God. Ugh. That's awful. Better ruin the whole fucking trip for me. Holy shit.
That was a great way to cap it off, though, I have to admit.
That's a good way, you know what I mean? You know you had a good time, that's all.
I did. And like I said, I'm really happy for our friends that are doing really well for themselves like
Yeah.
that. Again, that going to one of them lounges, dude, that's next level. Kid.
Yeah, that's some crazy shit, dude. What I was gonna ask you was, fuck, hold on. So, like, when I get up in the morning, I get up with an hour, and I get up, I grab my phone, I watch my phone for a couple minutes, and then my stomach goes, all right, cool, and I can go to the bathroom.
Really?
Yeah. Shit, every morning, same time. I've regimented my body to know, all right, get up at 8, 8:30, half an hour, take a shit, and got to get in the shower, get ready to go to work. To not go to the bathroom for fucking 4 days, that's a concern, like, that's crazy to me. To be able to go that long, like.
Yeah, yeah. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah.
So that's what, 3 days?
3 days at least.
Well, 3.5 days, right? At least, because you threw up on the way back. That's crazy. But that brings me to like kind of this question. I've been thinking about it. Why do we wear underwear? Because you get up in the morning, you take a shower, you dry yourself off, and when you go to get dressed, why do you need a layer between you and a clean pair of pants? Is that just in case you don't wipe your ass right? It doesn't go straight to the back of your pants?
Well, first of all, isn't it more of like a some part of it wouldn't that be like a protection against your clothing? I mean, let's say you got jeans on.
Yeah.
Jeans are kind of tough, and that nice cotton underwear is like a layer between that rough denim. That's number one, and number two, you know damn well you're 50 years old and you can't wear white underwear no more. So the reason why you ain't wearing white underwear no more is because you don't want that stain going onto your actual pants that could bleed through.
But even in your 20s, why would you like do
Even in your 20s,
you brown spoken but you ain't learned how to wipe your ass trying to be a man. That's fucking hilarious.
and then I would think also it traps smell.
What do you mean? The moisture?
Yeah, I mean, you sweat during the day, especially, like you said, teens, 20s.
Do you put deodorant on your nuts?
No.
No kind of anti...
No, you?
No.
Oh, okay.
Did you ever put, like... Because you work out in the heat a lot. Do you use, like, the talcum powder or...
No.
What's that, Gold Bond?
No. Nothing like that.
Never?
No.
But do you wear... Do you wear whitey tighties or...
Boxer briefs.
So when you say boxer brief, are they the loose ones or the ones that hug your body?
They're loose, except they got elastic on the leg and the waist.
Okay.
And the legs, not so much elastic, but they do cuff the leg.
But they're more like regular boxers.
Yeah. Well, they're cotton versus boxers. Man, I used to wear boxers when I was in middle school and high school, and they were like more thin.
I think now at this age, because balls hang for so long that after a while you gotta get a little support, just like an old lady in her titties, right? Like, got to keep them from going into her belt line. You don't want to sit on your nuts one day. You sit down too fast, and you'll have you jumping right out of your seat. But I was just thinking about that the other day. It's like, well, wait a minute. It's like when you go into the bathroom, right? And, midday, so you get up at what, 3, right?
3 to 4, yeah.
So when's your first time that you go to like a potty break?
Probably around 5, if I go.
Okay, so 5 o'clock, right? So by 5 o'clock, you've done 3 pools.
Oh, no. I'm still at home.
Oh, you're still at home?
Yeah.
Even more so, right? So you take a shower, you get ready, you get dressed, you start your day, you're doing your paperwork, you're doing all this, you're doing that. 5 o'clock.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. No, you just have it all wrong.
What?
I wake up, I do my paperwork, I'm maybe drinking coffee, doing something, and then I'll do that for like an hour and a half to 2 hours. And then I go get ready for work. And when I get ready for work, that's when I'll go. If I have to go potty, I'll go potty.
Okay. So when so nobody's gonna judge you. You probably or you probably shower the night before, right?
Yes.
So
Well, when I get off of work, I shower.
Right. So that next morning before you leave for work, do you shower or do you just?
No.
Okay. So.
What you mean nobody gonna judge me?
Anybody gonna judge you
Like,
for not showering in the morning before you leave your house? Like, you're gonna go fucking sweat all
Hey,
day.
if I had an office job, I'd take a shower before I left.
You should. So I'm just saying. Ain't nobody judging you. Why you get all offended? I didn't want you to hold back from answering the honest truth. So, okay. So come 5 o'clock, you go get ready for work for your day. You're gonna go to the potty. Do you wash your hands before you go pee?
No.
Why not? Because here's my thing, right? Last night you took a shower,
Okay.
washed your shit,
Yep.
dried it,
Yep.
put underwear on.
Okay.
Nothing can get to it. It's not rubbing up against strange surfaces. It's not, dust isn't getting on it.
Okay.
Your hands on the other case, it's touched the doorknob, it's touched the coffee pot, it's touched paperwork, it's touched your computer. Put your finger in your nose, put your finger in your ear, whatever.
Okay.
Right? And then you go to pee and you don't wash your hands, and now you're getting all that shit in every surface that you've touched on your shit. Isn't that backwards? Shouldn't we wash our hands before we whip it out? Wouldn't that make more sense?
But you wash your hands afterwards sometimes.
You should.
Right.
Because if you get a little splashy on your hand, well, you got to rinse it off.
Okay. So
But
you're
you-
washing your hands afterwards.
But why shouldn't you? You should wash them before you touch your shit, because you've touched all kinds of surfaces while your penis has been tucked away nice and neat in its little banana hammock.
So so you're referring more to your penis versus your hands.
No.
Well, yes, you are, because you're
No,
washing your
because-
hands afterwards, so your hands are gonna be clean regardless. By the time you walk out of the bathroom.
No, I'm talking about your hands. What I'm saying is, last night you took a shower, right?
Right.
So your penis is clean, you put it in underwear.
Okay.
Nothing's touching it. It's going to stay clean.
All right.
The next morning you wake up and you touch all kinds of different surfaces with your hands.
Right.
You got to go pee.
Right.
Why don't you wash your hands before you touch your penis? Only after. Your penis isn't fucking dirty, but your hands are. Wouldn't it make sense to wash your hands before you grab your shit to go pee? Just asking for a friend.
Well, I think you're referring more to dirt getting on your penis, because you're washing your hands after you go pee.
What you're saying makes absolutely no sense.
No, it makes perfect sense. You're concerned about the cleanliness of you're trying to say you're concerned about the cleanliness of your hands.
Correct.
Okay, what I'm saying is your hands are still going to be clean because you're going to wash them afterwards.
Right, but wouldn't you want to wash your penis is clean?
Right. So
We've
you're
established that.
okay, but what
So
I'm
your
saying,
penis is clean, right?
Right.
So why would you want to touch your clean penis with dirty hands?
So again, that's why I'm saying you're more concerned about the cleanliness of your penis.
All
versus
right, let's
your
flip
hands.
it this way. Say you're a chick. You take a shower the night before. You've washed your vagina inside out, lips, the whole bit, right? All labia clean, clit clean, all. It's good. It's shiny. It could win a car show, right? The next morning you get up, same thing you do, right? Go grab a door handle, go grab this, grab the newspaper, flipping through that, blah, blah, blah. Then you go pee. And you grab some toilet paper and you wipe, unless you fucking drip dry your vagina, which I doubt, but shouldn't you wash your hands to make sure that you don't have any kind of disease or anything else on your hands before you touch your private parts? That's what I'm saying that's what I mean by we do it backwards. Shouldn't our hands be just as clean touching our clean penis before you pee? And if you don't get shit on your hands, why do you have to wash your hands after touching your penis? We've established is clean because you washed it the night before and put it away in a pair of underwear. Go.
Go.
It's okay if you don't have an answer.
I don't have an answer, and I think it's just because we're so accustomed to washing afterwards. Because, like you say, you might get a little dribble on your fingers,
Right?
and you got to wash that off. So you want to wash maybe possibly twice within a 60-second period, prior and after. So you want to wash your hands before you go to the bathroom,
Right.
and then you want to wash it again as when you're done.
I think that's the way we should do it. And by we, I don't mean just me.
Oh,
I mean, like,
you're concerned about the dribble. Now that same dribble gets on your penis. Are you gonna wash that too?
I'm not really concerned about the dribble because it's an antiseptic.
So,
Your urine's an antiseptic. We've been through this before.
so why are you concerned about washing your hands after?
Well, because I don't want to, if your urine smells or whatever, you don't want to walk around, ooh, he got pee fingers. Same reason why you change your socks when you got a yellow streak in them. Never happened to you?
A yellow streak in my socks?
Yeah.
Well, how would you get a yellow streak in your socks?
Because you back away from the thing before you're done and dribbles down your leg to your sock. Never done that before?
No.
Damn. A lot of first times on this show today. So just a thought for people out there, especially these times where you don't want to get COVID, dick, right? Like, what if you walked in somewhere, you ended up shaking somebody's hand that had COVID, you go pee, you touch your penis, right? And then something happens where your penis gets close to...
COVID?
No, already has COVID because you touched it.
Okay.
But to pass it along to somebody, like your wife, right? I'm just saying, if you washed your hands before, your dick would be safe. I'm all about promoting safe dick for these ladies out there. And the only way to do that is washing our hands prior to touching it.
So you must go through a lot of soap.
Look, it's mine, and my mom said I could wash it as fast and as much as I wanted to. No, I'm just wondering. I don't do that, but I was just, because it hit me the other day. I said, why don't we fucking do that? Why do we fucking wear underwear if they're going in clean clothes? And why don't we wash our hands before we touch our dick? It makes more sense to clean your hands before you touch it.
Let me ask you a question. Do you actually wash your hands a lot during the day?
No.
Do you wash your hands before you eat?
Yes, usually. You?
No, not really.
Really?
Well, at home I might. But, like, while I'm working, no. Because obviously, number one, I don't have nowhere to wash them at.
Right. Shit, right in the pool, it's got all the chlorine and everything to kill whatever you got on your hands.
But from the pool, I still got to grab my stuff to take it to the truck, open my car door, grab my lunch pail, pull everything out.
This motherfucker said, I got to grab my lunch pail. This shit ain't got Scooby-Doo on the front, bitch. I didn't know that. That's a lunch box. It stopped being a lunch pail back in like the 70s, bitch. Stop calling it that shit. You ain't in elementary school
It's my
anymore.
lunch tote. Lunch pail.
Fucking Tony. Holy shit. And your thermos, you got a thermos too?
No.
Oh.
No, but I do have a thing with a drink in it.
Okay. That's fucking hilarious. Jesus Christ, Tony.
Speaking of going number 2, I took my my photo capsule.
Oh, yeah. You
Last
swallowed
week.
the Minolta.
Yeah. So
Dude, can I ask you a question?
yeah.
Did they give you a pin to shut off the flash, or does it have a flash by itself?
It lights up. It like flashes. It was a trip. It reminded me of one of those Fister. No, the toys that the kids were using for a while. They would spin.
Oh, like a fidget spinner?
Fidget spinner. It just for whatever reason it reminded me of that.
Well, wait a minute. I don't, because a fidget spinner usually had like 3.
No, it was not size, not shape, just the fact of the light. Because she had it in her hand, and what she did was she turned it on somehow. I don't know how she turned it on.
Hey, baby, you ready to go up this man's ass?
So this was like a mini egg, like plastic egg.
Is it that big?
You saw the picture.
Yeah, but it looked more like a large bumblebee, not like a fucking egg.
You saw the picture with it in the plastic? Because that was the better picture.
Let's see. Hold on.
Well, no, more like a giant Tylenol. That picture?
Yeah. See, dude, you're so fucking dramatic. Oh my god, I had to swallow this.
Dude, that thing is
pill
big.
It looked like it was like a fucking football.
That thing is.
Shit looked like a bumblebee.
Look at that. Looks like a bullet. Bigger than a bullet.
Like a small bullet, maybe a 9.
Dude, look at it
bullet.
compared to my hand.
Yeah, it's nothing.
You're tripping. That's bigger than a finger.
That bullshit.
What?
Bigger than a finger? You mean bigger than the width of a finger?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant the length of. I was like, what the fuck? Well, yeah. I mean, that's.
When I walked into that doctor's office,
All right. So when you swallowed the bulb of a cock, no, I'm just kidding. So when you swallowed that big ass pill, like, how hard was it?
Okay. I just so happened. Remember that the dude that does the YouTube videos? It's called That 40-Year-Old Guy.
No.
And he's the one that did the put that vanilla in the Dr. Pepper.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I started watching him a lot, so his videos pop up. It just so happened, like the week before, he did a video about how people choke on taking too many pills, like at one time.
Right.
And he did like a little little how to do it. And what he said was, and I'm so happy I watched this video.
Put it in your mouth and swallow it.
No, he said to put it right on your tongue.
Okay.
And then when you drink, you just drink normal. And that whatever's on your tongue will automatically go in. Don't think about, having to swallow this pill. All you got to think about is drinking that water. Or whatever you're using to drink it with.
Right.
And dude, that worked like a charm. Because when she pulled it out, and I was like, you want me to swallow that? And she was like, yes. I said, does anybody ever choke on it? She goes, sometimes. And I was like, excuse me, rewind. May I tell you what happened when I walked in?
Yes, go ahead, come on.
The receptionist. The day before, I did the prep. Doing the whatever that stuff.
Yourself out, right?
Cleanse.
Mm-hmm.
So I walk in. Let's pretend you did the cleanse.
Okay.
Okay, the prep.
Okay.
You walk into the doctor's office. You're ready for the procedure.
Okay.
Reception says, "How did the prep go?" What's your answer?
Fine.
Fine?
Yeah.
Okay.
What was your answer?
Good, I guess.
Why?
How do you know if it went well?
Why? What happened?
What do you mean?
That would have been my next question.
Well, her question was, well, what do you mean? And I said, well, I told her, I said, well, I don't know I don't know what kind of answer I'm supposed to give you. She said, well, did you have diarrhea? And I said, yes. She said, okay, then it went well. I was like, okay. But again, I didn't know how to answer it because she was just like, how did the prep go?
You just did that to be a dick.
You're tripping. I don't know how to answer that.
Bro, what's a fucking cleanse? What do you got to do? You got to swallow a pill so it'll go
No,
through
you see,
your
here's where you're
digestive
wrong.
tract.
Here's where you're wrong. When I did my colonoscopy, my diarrhea had to be clear.
Uh-huh.
My diarrhea this time wasn't clear. And I started to prep a lot later than I did later in the actual day before than I did the cleanse for my colonoscopy.
Okay.
This one, they had me started at like 6 o'clock in the evening. I didn't know that. I thought I was going to be on the toilet all day. I wasn't. I was on the toilet part of the night. And by the next morning, it was like runny. It was like water.
Right.
But it wasn't clear. I was not being a dick. You're being a dick for saying that because all she said was, how did prep go? And I said, good, I guess. Well, what do you mean? It's like, well, what do you want me to tell you?
You're being a dick.
I was not. I was being honest. I didn't know how she wanted me to answer her.
Well, but that's different. That's not what you said. You said good, I guess.
No, it wasn't
None
good.
of y'all
I guess
bitch motherfuckers told me
it
what
was
the fuck
more like
No. You said this is what you said, and this is what you said. You said
Okay.
good, I guess.
Yeah.
And because it's like good,
You see,
I guess.
but you
hold
see-
on, because none of y'all bitch motherfuckers told me what I'm supposed to be looking for. So I got no way to tell you whether it went the way you wanted it to, and whether that went well or not.
See, but here's the thing. When the way you say it, tonally was yes, the way I said it, good, I guess. But you want to add your little shoulder shake to it.
Because that's really when you said good, I guess.
No, you see, you just did your
Okay.
shoulders again.
Good, I guess.
You just did your head nod.
Good,
No,
I guess.
it was more like good, I guess.
Oh, you did the shoulder thing too.
But it's more like I don't know what you want me to look. I don't know what you want me to say. You
Exactly.
see,
That's
both
why-
my shoulders are going up. Like
that's why when
I
you
don't
say-
know. Like I
that's
don't
why-
know. See, but
and why
you
don't
want to
you?
hit. You
Because
want to
you
hit the
said-
head nod.
Because none of y'all bitch motherfuckers told me what to
You
expect
see-
or what we looking for.
You see here.
Why don't you come and look at my eyes and
listeners?
tell me, did it go good?
Listeners, both my shoulders are going up. Like I don't know. I don't know. Like I don't know. Mingo, he's
No,
hitting
his
one
shoulders are going
shoulder.
up. Look,
He's hitting
his
one
shoulders
shoulder
are
and his
going up
neck.
like-
Like shit, I'm cool. I don't know. That's not what I'm saying.
His shoulders are going up like, bitch, if you would have told me, I would have been able to tell you. But you didn't, so I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
I really
But if
didn't
you want
know
me to
what
go
tell her.
shit in the toilet for you right now, I can, and then you tell me what your thoughts might be. Okay? Can I go to the back now? Shoot. Anyways.
So I swallowed this pill. Well, let me backtrack again. She pulled it out of the box, and she explained to me, she's like, okay, here's the pill. She had like a short wand, maybe 6 to 8 inches.
God damn.
And she says it's magnetized at the tip. So she's like, she handed me this rubber thing, that rubber rectangle, and in the center was a round strainer that you pop out. So what it is, you put it on the toilet underneath the ring. You know, you lift up both toilets, the ring and the seat. You put this down with the strainer in the middle. Then you put your toilet seat down, and then that's where you go poop
Okay.
into the strainer. You gotta aim. You gotta put it where that's where the stuff is landing.
Okay.
And she goes, okay. So when it passes, you take the wand. Well, no. First she says you take water and you clean it off inside the strainer. And then you take your wand and you just touch it and it'll catch. And then you just rinse it off with water if you want. And then you return it back to us.
So here's my question. Don't look at me when I ask you. So you had to take this pill and you had to swallow it,
Capsule,
capsule.
camera.
Could you tell if it was it previously used or was it like do they do like I don't know what I mean by like because do they put it like in an autoclave, which is like a sterilizer, or was it brand new? Do they do a brand new one every time?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, it had its own little.
So you just
It looked like a dental floss holder, like just bigger, of course.
right?
And then you pop the lid, and that it's sitting in its own little.
Maybe that's like
There.
a iPod charger, earpod charger.
Yeah, it almost looked like that. Yeah, but bigger, of course. But yeah, it kind of looked like that.
I was just wondering. That just hit me right now. I was like, wow, do they do a brand new one every time?
I don't know. I don't even know how she told me what to do. Get it with the magnet. And then she goes, and then when you get it with the magnet, put it back into this case, close it, put it in this little Ziploc bag, drop it in this FedEx envelope, take it to FedEx. We'll take care of it. And I
Right.
said, all right. She goes, okay, do you have any questions? And I was like, well, how long should it take? She said, anywhere from 3 hours to 36. She says it just depends on how fast your digestive system is to where it'll pass.
She's all good. I'll see you next month because I don't shit every day.
I was afraid of that, but she told me if it doesn't pass in 4 days, give us a call.
Wow.
I was like, all right. So she goes, are you ready? And I was like, whoa, what's going on? She goes, well, I have to turn it on because it's got a 15-hour battery. So as soon as I turn it on, you got to take it, so it can start taking pictures in your system. And I was like, all right, cool, I'm ready. So I don't know what she did, but she did something, and all of a sudden it starts flashing like a white light.
Wow.
Not very bright, of course, but you could tell. I was like, oh shit.
Well, in your stomach, it's got all that shit's got to be really dark inside, so
Yeah.
that'd be plenty of light, I'm assuming. The question is, how long does it take to get back? Do they take it like to a 1 hour photo? Do they? Is it
Well,
like
she
a USB?
actually, she did actually say that it takes so many pictures. I think she said like maybe 3 pictures a second.
Oh shit!
That she says when the doctor's watching it, it's almost like a video.
Oh wow!
So that the pictures are so close together that like he's watching a video of it passing through.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
he's like every frame he can stop, and look, and if he sees anything that he wants to see up close. So I swallow it. She's like, "All right, you done? Here you go."
Was it as hard to swallow as you thought it was going to be?
No,
because you did that, guys.
But my throat was a hair sore because it did. When I swallowed it, you could tell something big was going down.
Well, yeah, and not to mention the fact that you were done from screaming at the USC game, right? So, or in the toilet on the way back.
That is true.
Holy shit. It's a lot of throat damage in a short amount of time, dude. You need to slow yourself down a little bit. It's kind of crazy.
So I get home, I set up the catcher, if you will, on the toilet. And she even said, pick a toilet that you're going to be able to get to every time you got to go to the bathroom. She goes, you don't bother. If you think, she says, even if you don't think you're going to go to number 2,
sit down
and use the same toilet, because it could come out at any time.
Wow.
So I was like, all right, and dude, you should have seen me practicing, because I had to, I'm kind of nervous because I can't let that thing fall into the toilet. You know what I'm saying? So I'm practicing, and then every time I go potty, it's I was liquidy for 2 days. So it was one of those things that whenever you go potty, the catcher was brown.
Oh wow!
So you got to clean it every time you go, even though your camera hasn't come out yet. So I'm nervous every time I'm going, and I have to admit, the entire day, I felt weird. And it was just purely mental.
Knowing that there's
something in me moving around that's battery operated.
Yeah, that's kind of creepy.
It really humbled me in a sense.
Is it weirder knowing that there was a machine in your stomach that was just moving around taking pictures, or that somebody's going to sit down at some point and watch the film?
Oh, that I didn't care about.
No?
Nah. It was just something was in my stomach moving around. That was like, I was just like, that's kind of weird.
Was there ever anything that you swallowed as a kid that you're afraid might show up on the film? that you never pooped out? Like, hey, there's a quarter in your stomach, and one of those little plastic G.I. Joe guys.
No.
Nothing like that?
No.
Rabbit's foot, nothing like that?
No.
All right.
So the next day, and she was like, do what you normally do. You don't have to just sit around. You don't have to try to. There's nothing that's gonna make it come out faster. She just go about your business. Just make sure when you go to the bathroom, you're using this thing because you got to catch it. Mm. So I'm afraid I'm not.
You didn't go anywhere, did you?
No, I couldn't. I was scared. Like my brother's birthday was last Tuesday. We went to his house, had dinner, but then he was having a little barbecue on Saturday. And my wife was like, "Are you going?" I'm like, "If this doesn't pass, I'm not going. I got to get rid of this thing."
Right.
So Saturday morning, I went. I sat down, pushed a little bit. It was just water, but then all of a sudden I had this burning sensation, and it felt like you ever have a hemorrhoid?
Yeah.
It felt like that.
Okay.
And I was like, that was weird, But when you have diarrhea, that's kind of when your hemorrhoid flares up.
Right.
So that's what I thought it was. So then all of a sudden I pushed a little bit again, and I could feel it like come out.
Oh wow.
And then the great thing is I heard this like like a little snap, and I was like, oh, it caught it. It was like a little tap.
Fuck.
And sure enough, there it was.
That's gross.
That's a trip, though.
I bet. That's fucking weird, dude. So how soon will they have you a response?
She said it takes about a week,
Okay.
but because of Thanksgiving,
holidays.
yeah, she's like, give it a week or two.
Wow.
So
I guess maybe
fingers
we should-
crossed.
What was that?
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, I hope you're okay. I don't.
It's how should I say?
I don't think get an answer for you.
That's
though.
what it is. Because if the answer is we don't know what's going on, so you're just gonna have to constantly come in and get iron infusions. I can accept that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because now I know. Okay, every 2 months I gotta come in and I gotta make an appointment and do this. I get it. If that's how it is, then that's how it is.
Right.
But it's not knowing. It's okay, let's get some blood work done to see if you need it. Oh yeah, you do need it. It's almost like, well, let's just set something up on a recurring basis and we can just go on like that.
Right.
Because it's kind of annoying.
Because that takes like a day, right, to go do the infusions.
Oh, it's just a couple hours.
Just a couple hours.
But it's more like, okay, you got to go get blood work. Okay, a week later, we're going to contact you. Oh, yeah, you are low. Okay, let's schedule this in. So it's like, if you want to schedule them in automatically every 2 months to get some blood work done, we can do that.
Nice.
But,
So before we wrap things up, I wanted to tell you, you should be proud of me as well. I went. I got my heart medication. I got my high blood pressure stuff. It was really high when I went.
your blood pressure?
Yeah. And then, so she gave me those. She gave me two pills for that. And then she said, "Okay, come back next week, and let's see where you are." Okay. So I went back, and it had dropped considerably. And then, but she was like, "Well, it's not as far as I'd like it." I was, "Well, fuck, it's only been a week. What do you want?" You know what I mean? I said, "I'm fucking 52. I've been damaging this motherfucker for years now." You know what I mean? So she gave me another one and one more pill. So one of the pills I take 2 times a day, and then the other one is just the 1 time a day. And then, so she didn't tell me not to fast the day that I went up there. And I was drinking a cup of coffee on the way up there. And so I guess the week before when I went, my AC1, is that what it's called? Yeah, for diabetes, AC1. I was at 6 points. And you're supposed to be like at 5'3". Anything above a 6 is diabetic. Or pre-diabetic or something. It's just some shit like that. Well, the night before I went up there this last week, because she didn't tell me, hey, don't eat or anything, fuck, I had a Coke, I had like a little piece of pie, and I ate late. So, and then I had the cup of coffee on the way up there. Well, it pushed my AC1 up to 9 points. And she said, "Oh, well, you're diabetic, blah, blah, blah." She gave me this medicine for diabetes. I say, I don't want to be on diabetic medicine. What do I need to do to get off it? So, we're talking. I said, I haven't smoked since last week. I said, I'm down to 1 soda a day. I said, I'm working on the treadmill, trying to move a little faster, do more stuff. So my knee feels a lot better. I'm ready to go. So I go back. She said, "Well, the AC1 is supposed to be like an accumulation of 3 months," which didn't make sense because how did I go from 6 to 9 in a week if it's an accumulation of 3 months? Make sense?
Right.
But I was like, all right, cool. So I know that in 3 months when I go back, just be careful of what I eat that week coming up to it really closely to make sure that drops enough where I don't have to worry about it. But I'm putting in the work for my health, so
Good
to
for you.
go.
But did you ever tell her, yo, I just ate this stuff before I got here? And she says, well, you were supposed to fast?
She told me that afterwards. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, you probably should have fasted. I said, well, just like you when you said, what was it? How would it go? Good, I guess. I ate it, I guess. I probably shouldn't have, though, right? I guess. But, so I'm headed in the right direction, getting myself healthy,
Good.
hopefully. See. It's really weird, though. Like, I get, now because I haven't smoked and I haven't really drinking a lot of soda, I'm like, right now, I'm starting to get a headache.
Damn.
Yeah, it's
Withdrawals?
fuck yeah, bro. The other day I was jonesing for a cigarette so bad. So bad. And I don't know why. Like, it's not like, I mean, I smoke two. Like, during the week, I smoke one in the morning and one when I get home. And then on Tuesdays, I smoke four. I smoke one in the morning, one when I get home, or I smoke three, and then one when I get out of doing this. And that's it. Hardly, and then the only time I really smoke more than that is if I drink, and I mean, I drink like maybe one or two a month, three if I'm having a good time, like, but I'm one right after another when I'm doing it. You know what I mean? So easy to give up drinking, not a big deal. No cares.
But
You know what I'm saying?
smoking?
See what happens.
Yeah.
What?
I gotta kill you.
What?
Smoking?
No, I know. That's why I stopped.
Except for the two a day.
No, I'm not smoking.
At
I
all?
don't have any.
When's the last time you smoked?
A week ago.
Well, you told her that.
Last Thursday, or the first Thursday that I went up there, I had smoked my last cigarette the night before. And on my way back, I was going to stop, and I was like, no, I don't want to stop. I don't want to get any. And then I'll just get some of them on my way to work tomorrow. I didn't stop to get any. And then the next day, I should stop on the way home. I didn't stop and get any. And I was just like, well, fuck it. Too late now. I just don't want them. And then a couple of days later, I started fucking jonesing for one right now. But it's,
You get it by the pack or by the case?
No, by the pack. I never bought by the... Twice in my life, I've bought by the case, and that was too much. Because then, see what happens is when you buy by the pack, and the funny part is, I wasn't, when I smoked in the morning, I didn't even smoke at all. I'd take like 2 or 3 puffs and then throw the cigarette away. So it was just that mania, just that, I don't know how to say it. What's a mania? It's like a
Craving?
just like a bad habit. Yeah, like a craving. So I would smoke 2 or 3 puffs and throw it away. And then when I get home that night, I'd smoke the whole fucking thing. Because I'd be like, oh, fuck, man. Good to be home. But now, this last week and a half, I haven't really craved
How much is a pack of cigarettes now?
$11.
Wow.
I'm saving, because so there's 20 in a pack. And if I did it right, one pack would last me 2 weeks.
Oh, it's not bad.
That's still 20 some odd bucks a month. You know what I mean? And then sometimes I'd leave the house and I'd forget a lighter. So now I'm not just buying a fucking thing of cigarettes and a lighter because nobody does matches anymore. So your fucking $11 habit, $12 habit turned into a $15 habit because you got to buy a lighter.
You know what? You're right. When was the last time I actually seen a pack of matches? Like with the foldable.
Yeah.
Holy shit! I never even thought about that.
Because they don't have them in hotels anymore. They don't have them at bars anymore because you can't smoke inside. And they may have the white ones, but just like the ones you buy at Costco. But I don't even think they do those anymore.
Wow. When's the last time I saw a book of matches?
Because remember, we used to go to the nightclubs, and that's where girls would write their numbers down. Was in the book of matches.
That's a trip. I didn't even think about that.
World is changing, my friend. World is changing. Any final words? Any birthday shout outs or anything this week?
Yeah, Like I mentioned, my brother's birthday was last Tuesday, the 14th. Happy birthday, Rick. Robert's mom, her birthday was Friday.
Oh, shit.
Happy birthday, Myra. Rosebush, his birthday was Saturday.
Right on. Happy birthday, Rosebush.
He turned 38 years old.
He's only 38.
Can you believe that?
Fucking youngster, bro.
Dude, that's 14 years younger than us.
Yo.
That's a trip. Man. We hang out with a 38-year-old.
No. 38-year-old hangs out with us.
Manu's brother Huicho, his wife's birthday was yesterday, Monday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Elizabeth. My goddaughter Erica, her 8-year wedding anniversary is tomorrow, the 22nd.
Congratulations.
8 years. My sister-in-law Eva, her birthday's on Friday. Man, it's a big couple of weeks.
Yeah, man.
And then Robert's son-in-law Gio, who just moved to New York.
You know what this is?
It's
It's all the Valentine's babies.
You're right. Look at you. Mm-hmm. Man.
Yup.
Robert's son-in-law Gio, he turns 28 on the 27th. He just moved to New York.
Wow.
Doing big things out there.
Yeah, that's good, man.
For
Proud
him
of
and
you guys.
Robert's daughter. So yeah, happy birthday. Also wanted to say happy Thanksgiving.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving to everybody listening. We appreciate you guys.
Happy Thanksgiving to my son. He's unfortunately going to be in Chicago by himself.
It'll be his first
Yeah.
non-Pacheco Thanksgiving.
Not anything. He's literally going to be by himself, which his mother and I are crushed over it. He had a Friendsgiving over the weekend,
Okay.
which was cool. But actually Thursday, we think he's just gonna be in his apartment. Sucks.
I think you should surprise him. I just think you should buy tickets. Fly out there and
You always
surprise
got your hand in my pockets.
What?
You always got your hands in my
Oh,
pockets.
you know. Hey, Hilda, surprise him.
But happy birthday, son. Happy Thanksgiving, son.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving.
That's about it.
That's about it.
I believe so.
I gotta really think for a second. Yep, I think that's about it. All right, cool. Well, hey, happy Thanksgiving. Sorry we missed last week. We'll try to get back on track at some point. I don't know what happened, but
Harper and Travis's dad, we just did a show. You should be happy.
there you go. And it's a good show, so enjoy it. All right, man. Thank you guys. See you. Happy Thanksgiving and love you.